Part 2, a tip tank install, taking off the end cap. So currently Anthony's going to go get a different rivet because he didn't get the right size. He's got to drill out all the rivets holding in this end cap so that we can get access to install Spar stiffeners that go right there. So while he de-rivets those panels for that end cap, or whatever the heck its name is, I have one more to unscrew there. There we go. That's what I was expecting it to be doing. And this thing is like kind of semi-stuckled on. You can see all the goo in there, all gooey up in there. Peel that off. Anthony was already recently in here fixing everything that was wrong on this plane beforehand. Fairing, bunch of glue in there. So this is drilling of the rivets. Basically drill through the top half and carefully don't let it slide through and slam into the skin below it. Once he's got it drilled out and it didn't fall through, he'll take a punch just to work it so that the rivet falls apart and move on to the next. So Anthony has removed the end cap, and what we're going to be doing is drilling and riveting plates that stiffen up this part of the wing in two places to help let the caps and the tip tanks be more stiff. And here's a view of the other one. There you go. It's been removed. So now we just need to take these spars and install those stiffener plates and we can keep on rocking. So I'm just taking out that end cap that Anthony left in. He didn't know that we'd need it out until he took off the other end cap and realized, oh, they should come out together. So then we just re-riveted them together. Now I'm cutting down the spar stiffeners on the bandsaw so that we could actually have it fit in without putting undue stress on the skin and potentially causing cracks later. This was quite pleasing to use. Now I'm testing to see how they fit inside the spar, see what the contact is, if there's any pressure on the skins, and usually there is when you're doing this part. I must say, working alongside an experienced mechanic like Anthony is a real treat. Learned a ton on how to approach problem solving, tool use, what issues might happen if you didn't do it the right way, how you can create things like those stress cracks. So I really appreciate it. And here I am shoving some electrical wire out of the way so that riveting can be done mess-free. And that is the end of part 2. Check out part 3 coming up.